Hey, this is Steve. I just want to talk a little bit more about my SPEEDPICK and Zookies. These are the ones that are distributed by, probably all your favorite distributors. You can ask for them at your local store. I know the big companies like Groom Guitars, Elderly carry them. You can also get them on eBay. If you have trouble finding them, you can always contact Dunlap Company. Do a Google search on Benicia, California, and they market these on a licensing deal with me. And if the packaging, if you happen to be into a music store and see the packaging, that's how you can recognize the Zookies. This is the packaging here. It says designed by Steve. So packaging for the Zookies. Anyway, it's a great little product because it has this little angle, little 10-degree angle, so it economizes your picking movement and gets you a more parallel contact with the string. I developed this back in the 80s. I sold them myself for a while, and then turned them over. Like I said, me and Dunlap came together in a licensing deal, and Dunlap is probably the most successful music accessory, guitar accessory company in the world. Just a great bunch of folks up there, him and his son and the whole gang. They just do a great job, and feel real blessed to be working with them on this. And they came out with the Zookies, which was the same idea as my SPEEDPICK with the angle on the end. Now my wife likes to take the Zookies and just trim them down a little bit. Here, let me make sure you can see this. My wife likes to kind of just take the end and just take a little bit off of the end there, so that it's not quite as long. Here they come like this with a little bit longer. See if you can see this. They come with a little bit longer tip, and she likes to trim that down a little bit so it's just a little bit shorter. You just take a little sandpaper or file or whatever. I'm not sure how she does it, but she's not exactly the most mechanical, and it's easy for her to do, so it's no big deal. She just takes a little length off of it. But the idea is the same thing. But your hand, the idea behind the SPEEDPICK is your hand, when you're playing guitar, comes across the string, so the pick tends to come in at a non-parallel angle. So the little 10-degree angulation this way, even though your hand stays kind of across the strings, the part of the pick that meets the strings is a more parallel angle. So it economizes your right hand movement. You can just barely move your hand sometimes, and notes just are peeling off. Now I happen to use the flat pick and the SPEEDPICK. I like to use the SPEEDPICK for bass. I love using the SPEEDPICK for acoustic guitar. I use the large either H10 or M10 normal angle, 10-degree angle. I hear a little more volume and a little more tone, a little more mid-range using the SPEEDPICK. But like I said, nothing's black and white. I like to use this regular pick for jazz guitar and fusion sometimes. I use them both. And we also have a version for the left-handed players called the angle pick. Although some right-handed people actually said they'd like to use the angle pick, even though it's meant for left-handed players, because they said it gives them, they have a little trouble explaining why, but something about the torque has a little extra torque, or there's something that creates a little tension on the tip there and kind of gets a little whip or something. But anyway, this is the one which is the angle pick, and it's just the angle goes the other way. But like I said, here's the SPEEDPICK, and you might want to check these out. Like I said, you can ask your local store for them, and if they don't carry them, ask them to get them from their favorite distributor. If they have trouble finding them, they can always contact Dunlap Manufacturing in Benicia, California. But Ray Flack loves the little M10. He uses nothing but these, and he's a great guitar player, Mr. Telecaster. And he used to play with Ricky Skaggs, used to do a ton of session work. I'm sure he does a little bit of that still in Nashville. He's also real into teaching. He's one of the best guitar players on the planet. His teaching material is awesome. Check him out. You can find him on the web. Just do a search for Ray Flack, F-L-A-C-K-E, and he's got some just really high quality instruction. I highly recommend you purchase his material. But he called this a bucket seat for your fingers years ago in Guitar Player magazine, and he also called it the perfect guitar pick. And I actually got a letter on my wall from Mr. Les Paul. It's a real deal. It's got the little 52 Les Paul at the top of the letter, and he just says, "Dear Steve, I tried your SPEEDPICK." I got it to him through Guitar Player magazine years ago. That's back when you could get to people a little easier, back in the early 80s. But he just said, "Dear Steve, I tried your SPEEDPICK and it's very good. However, I'm not looking for an investment at this time, but I wish you the best of luck with your project. Signed Les," which is how he signed it. But that letter's the real deal. I've had some offers on that letter, but boy, I really would like to keep it unless somebody makes me a really great offer. I guess I could pry that out of me, but it just means a lot to me, being that Mr. Les Paul had over 1,200 patents and invented the whole process of multi-track recording and phase and chorus and all kinds of effects, and just what a brilliant man. What a great guy. So You know, he sent me a letter saying that he tried it and it was very good, so I really appreciate that, and that letter means a lot to me. But check out the SPEEDPICK. It comes in the small like this, as well as a large size, and it also comes in the reverse angle for left-handed players, although many right-handed players like the angle pick as well. And then, like I said, we also Dunlap, Mr. Jim Dunlap, came out with the same idea as my SPEEDPICK in the thumb design and called it Zookies. My last name is Zook. That was really cool of him. And like I said, the Dunlap manufacturing, Dunlap company is just an awesome company, probably the leading guitar accessory company on the planet, and they're just great folks up there. So you might want to try the Zookies. They're really nice for acoustic guitar, and your thumb, you'll find you won't have to fight your thumb so much. Like sometimes with a normal flat, and I'm not, you know, some people love the normal flat pick, that's fine, but I've heard other people say it just feels a little awkward, where when they try the Zookies, they feel like their thumb and their fingers are more relaxed, and their thumb naturally makes a better contact with the string. Therefore, their right hand can relax, and the fingers and the thumb work together in a more cohesive manner, allowing both the fingers and the thumb to relax and play more intuitively, because you automatically, without having to contort your thumb and you know, without having to move your thumb in different positions trying to get a good angle, it's already there. My wife likes to trim down the Zookies a little bit and make them just a little bit shorter than they are. This is the one that she's trimmed down a little bit. She just likes to make it just a little bit shorter, whereas they come with a little more length. Some people like them just like this. It's real easy to do, though. If you want to trim it down a little bit, you just get a little file or sandpaper, whatever. If my wife can do it, believe me, anybody can do it. No disrespect to my wife intended, right? Got to be careful here, right? But this is a great little product, and you know, you'll find for like if you're into fingerstyle guitar and even like for pedal steel players love these things. But you can get them at all the top stores. I think Gruen carries them, Elderly Instruments. I've seen them on eBay. Like I said, you can ask your local music store for them. The packaging looks like this for the Zookies, and I'm sure you can ask your local store to contact their favorite distributor. If you have trouble finding them, you can always contact Dunlap Manufacturing in Benicia, California. I do not sell these anymore because I have a licensing deal with Mr. Dunlap, so you can just check them out. Anyway, it's a great little product. I use the SPEEDPICK for some things, and then for some things I like to use the flat pick. It just depends on what I'm doing. I love the SPEEDPICK, the large SPEEDPICK for acoustic guitar. I get a little more volume and a little more mid-range, and it's a really interesting pick because it does improve the angle. But what I want to show just real quickly here, I'm not real warmed up, this beautiful SG Custom. I'll let this thing go for $3.99. That includes a hard case. This is a Korean one. Boy, these are nice guitars. Some of the Epiphone made in Korea guitars are just exceptional, like the old Joe Passes, these SGs, and they have a certain bark to them that I just love. This one looks real clean. I see a little bit of scratch on the back here that I can't even see unless I get just the right angle. I'd give this like a near mint or maybe a 9-. No fretware on this, great neck, and these are just such beautiful guitars, and they sound as good as they look. They're just really a fun guitar. You get a lot of pickup options, but I like a good Les Paul, but you know what? To me, an SG has a little bit better mid-range, not quite as dark and tubby. It has really a little more bark in the mid-range. So this is going to be a real simple demo because I haven't played much today. So just $3.99, that includes a hard case. PayPal is fine. You will need to pay some shipping on that, okay? Let's go to the other pickup here. What a great tone, huh? Do a couple little options here. Here's this one. It's a nice little barky sound in there. I just love that bark, you know. And then lots of different sounds. interesting sounds on this guitar. No fretware in this guitar, it just plays like a dream. Great for legato. Easy to play. That's a diminished scale, by the way. It's this scale. 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. But like I said, this guitar just has a whole host of great sounds, depending on what you're going for, you know. So if you could use a nice guitar, great guitar for lead, but also has a really wonderful clean sound as well. So you can give me a call if you're interested, Steve, 714-548-0385. Really love the sound of this guitar, man. Just has a certain kind of barkiness, that's all. Like I said, I'm not very warmed up because I've just been doing business all morning on the computer, whatnot. Hear that kind of nice mid-rangey sound? You know, I'm going to keep this short because, like I said, I've been on the computer all morning, just haven't played very much. So I just wanted you guys to hear this guitar. It's got some wonderful sounds to it. And it has a really good clean sound too. I just love the sound kind of kicking in that extra distortion. So anyway, you can give me a call if you're interested, Steve, 714-548-0385, and it's a beautiful guitar made in Korea. $399 with the hard case, all right? With the hard case, and this thing is really, it's probably, you know, like I said, a 9-. Near mint, just has a little bit of scratch on the back that I can't even see when I look straight on. I have to kind of angle it a little bit. Beautiful guitar. $399 with the hard case, and you got a good box. And check out the SpeedPick and the Zookies. You can give me a call if you're interested in the guitar. 714-548-0385. Again, that's 714-548-0385. 0385. And I've always loved the look of these guitars, but I'm happy to report that they sound as good as they look, and they just look too cool, don't they? And I love this cream with the gold. It's just sweet looking. So you can give me a buzz if you're interested. PayPal is cool. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.